MMA sparring gloves. Sparring gloves are heavier than competition gloves thanks to the extra padding, typically weighing between 7 and 10 ounces. As far as padding goes, sparring gloves are usually made with softer open cell foam, think like a memory foam, compared to a denser closed celled foam that you'd find in a heavy bag glove. One of the many reasons injuries occur is when fighters try to use a heavy bag glove for sparring and vice versa. And yes, you can hit a heavy bag with sparring gloves. Just know that gloves with open cell foam, like sparring gloves, will definitely wear out quicker. They're designed to change their form to absorb impact, and after repeated heavy bag workouts, they'll eventually just stop returning to form at all. The palm of the glove can vary for different brands and models, and some sparring gloves even have a grip bar. But for the most part, sparring gloves have an open palm design. Sparring gloves usually have some sort of protection for your thumbs, and they've got a single piece of padding covering all your fingers to protect not only your hands, but also your training partner's head. And while they look like a boxing glove on the outer side, when you flip over to the palm of the glove, they more closely resemble a typical MMA glove with the separated fingers. This is so you can still do tie clinches, or if the fight goes to the ground, you can grapple a little bit. So who are sparring gloves for? Well, they're pretty versatile like grappling gloves, though the extra padding makes them the best option for sparring sessions where you'll be doing clinching, takedowns, and light striking. Who are sparring gloves not for? Well, they're not for heavy bag work. I mean, could you use sparring gloves on the heavy bag? Of course. But they'll get beat up quickly because the open cell foam isn't designed for repeated heavy blows over time. Once you flatten them, they'll be useless to you and you'll have to buy a new pair anyway. They're also not for hard sparring sessions. If you're going to be putting any real power behind your strikes, MMA sparring gloves just don't offer enough protection. In fact, a lot of MMA gyms consider it bad etiquette or just won't allow you to use these gloves for hard sparring. Okay, now that we've covered the features that they have, let's break down the best MMA gloves by category for the best all-around glove, the most heavily cushioned glove or glove with the best protection, the premium or highest quality glove, and then the lowest priced glove, but still decent quality. The best overall and the most heavily cushioned light sparring glove would have to be the RDX T6. They've got the solid piece of padding that covers the outside of your fingers, and the material inside the gloves is RDX's gel technology and layered foam that do an amazing job of protecting your hands. This glove hits the trifecta for sparring gloves. It's got amazing knuckle protection, it has an open palm for easy grappling, and it's very inexpensive. And even though it's not genuine leather, you can tell it's still a real high quality glove. Just keep in mind that even though the T6 does have great padding to protect your knuckles, they're still not cushioned enough to protect your sparring partner. So this wouldn't be your go-to glove for sparring sessions where you and your partner are actually hitting each other with force. But if you want a heavily cushioned glove for light sparring where takedowns are also allowed, the RDX T6 is probably what you're looking for. Now, if you want a premium glove for light sparring and maybe even some moderate bag work, then the Hayabusa T3 LX, the 7-ounce hybrid MMA glove, this is about as premium as it gets. They're made of full grain Italian leather, which means they're not only fancy, but also very durable. They've got Hayabusa's unique wrist structure and that dual Velcro strap we talked about, which keeps your wrist sturdy, even if you're not wearing hand wraps, though you probably should. They also have a pre-curved design like the rest of their models in the finger, which helps fight hand fatigue. And, just like all their other models too, they've got excellent padding. One thing to note about this glove though, it's an investment. It's a high quality leather glove that needs care and cleaning. So if you're looking for a glove you can just toss into your bag and not think about it again until your next session, you probably won't want to spend the extra money on this model. But if you're looking for the best quality light sparring glove, then there is no other option. Now, if you're looking for a more budget-friendly glove for light sparring sessions, you'll want to check out Everlast's MMA 7-ounce striking training gloves. This is a nice entry-level glove. It's got decent protection over the fingers, and they even have extra padding over the thumb, which can be nice for blocking certain shots. It's made of polyurethane, which definitely won't last as long as many other synthetic leathers or, of course, real leather. But the one upside of this is that they don't require as much cleaning and care as those other materials, which, honestly, some people prefer. They're also very inexpensive. This could be ideal for anyone new to the sport who's learning their fight style and preferences, and then once you know what you want in a glove, then you can level up and invest in a more premium model. These are fine for light contact sparring, and you could use these for mitt work and some bag work, but just know if you constantly wail away on the heavy bag with these, they're not going to last very long.